Do you want to turn your kitchen scraps into black gold for your plants, even if you live in a tiny apartment? Look at this. This rich, dark compost came from my own kitchen, and today I'm going to show you exactly how you can make it too. Say goodbye to wasting food, and hello to the happiest houseplants on the block. Stick around because starting your own compost bin is way easier than you think. First things first, what do you need to get started? It's super simple. You'll need a container. This could be a specialized compost bin you buy online, or you can easily make your own. A simple plastic storage tote with a lid works perfectly. Just make sure to drill some holes in the lid and on the sides for air circulation. You'll also need your kitchen scraps. These are your greens. Think fruit and veggie peels, coffee grounds, and eggshells. Finally, you'll need browns. This is stuff like shredded cardboard, dry leaves, newspaper, or wood shavings. Having a good mix of both is the secret to successful composting. So, grab your container, start saving those scraps, and gather some cardboard. That's literally all you need to begin. Alright, let's set up your bin. If you're using a storage tote, take your drill and make about 10 to 15 small holes on the lid, and another 10 scattered around the upper sides of the bin. This is crucial for airflow, which helps the good microbes do their job and prevents bad smells. Once your bin is ventilated, it's time to create the base layer. Start with a generous layer of your brown materials at the bottom. I'm using shredded cardboard and some dry leaves. This layer should be about 3 to 4 inches deep. Its main job is to absorb any excess moisture and prevent the bottom from becoming a soggy mess. Think of it as a sponge for your compost. Once you have this brown layer down, your bin is officially ready for action. Now for the fun part, adding your scraps. The golden rule of composting is to layer. After your initial brown layer, it's time to add a layer of your greens, your kitchen scraps. Spread them out evenly. A good practice is to chop up larger pieces, like banana peels or apple cores, to help them break down faster. After you add your greens, you must always cover them with another layer of browns. This is the most important tip to avoid smells and flies. The brown layer acts as a biofilter, so the sequence is simple. Greens, then browns. Every single time you add food scraps, top them off with a layer of shredded paper or cardboard. Keep the lid on your bin and just repeat this process. So, what exactly can you compost? Let's talk about the do's and don'ts. For your greens, you can add almost any raw fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds and filters, tea bags without the staple, and crushed eggshells. These are rich in nitrogen. For your browns, which are carbon-rich, you can use shredded newspaper, cardboard without glossy prints or tape, dry leaves, sawdust from untreated wood, and even cotton or wool rags. Now, what should you avoid? Stay away from meat, fish, bones, and dairy products. These can attract pests and create really bad odors in a small bin. Also, avoid oily or greasy foods and pet waste. Stick to the plant-based stuff, and your compost will be clean, sweet-smelling, and perfect for your plants. Let's talk about maintenance, because a happy compost bin is an active one. About once a week, you should give your compost a good stir. You can use a small garden trowel or even a sturdy stick. This process is called aeration. It mixes everything together, distributes moisture, and gets oxygen to the microorganisms that are working hard to break down your scraps. When you stir, you might notice some heat or steam, which is a great sign. It means your compost is active and healthy. You also want to check the moisture level. Your compost should feel like a damp, wrung-out sponge. If it seems too dry, spritz it with a little water. If it's too wet and soupy, add more brown materials like shredded cardboard to soak up the excess liquid. A little weekly check-in is all it takes. One of the biggest fears people have about composting indoors is the smell. But I promise, if you do it right, your compost bin won't smell bad at all. The number one cause of bad odors is an imbalance of greens and browns. If you have too many wet food scraps and not enough dry carbon material, things can get slimy and start to smell like ammonia. The solution is simple. Always add more browns. Every time you add kitchen scraps, be generous with that covering layer of shredded paper or cardboard. The second tip is to ensure good airflow by having enough holes in your bin and by stirring it regularly. If it starts to smell, it's just your compost telling you it needs more carbon and more air. It's an easy fix. So, how do you know when your compost is ready? Patience is key here. Depending on the size of your bin and the materials you've used, it can take anywhere from 3 months to a year to get finished compost. You'll know it's ready when it looks, feels, and smells like rich, dark soil. It will be dark brown or black, crumbly in your hands, and have a pleasant, earthy scent. You shouldn't be able to recognize any of the original food scraps you put in, although you might find a few tougher bits like avocado pits. When the bottom half of your bin looks like this, it's time to harvest. You can simply scoop out the finished compost from the bottom, leaving the fresher materials on top to continue decomposing. Once you've harvested your beautiful, homemade compost, what can you do with it? So many things. This stuff is packed with nutrients and is a fantastic natural fertilizer for all your plants. If you have houseplants, you can mix a handful of compost into the potting soil when you're repotting them. You can also top dress your existing plants by sprinkling a thin layer of compost on top of the soil and gently working it in. If you have a balcony garden with containers or window boxes, mixing compost into your soil will make your vegetables and flowers thrive. It improves soil structure, helps it retain moisture, and provides a slow release of essential nutrients. Your plants will absolutely love you for it. It's the ultimate circle of life, right in your own home. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. You can start composting in any small space with a simple ventilated container. The secret recipe is layering your greens, which are kitchen scraps, with your browns, like cardboard or paper. Remember to always cover your food scraps with a layer of browns to prevent smells and pests. Stir your bin about once a week to aerate it and check the moisture level, aiming for the consistency of a damp sponge. Avoid meat, dairy, and oils. Be patient, and in a few months, you'll have nutrient-rich, dark compost. This black gold is perfect for boosting the health of your houseplants and balcony garden, turning your waste into a valuable resource. It's a simple, powerful way to live more sustainably. And that's it. You're now ready to start your own urban composting journey. It's a super rewarding process that reduces waste and benefits your plants. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And I'd love to see your results, so feel free to share photos of your compost setup in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more eco-friendly tutorials and gardening tips. Thanks so much for watching, and happy composting!